Hi friends, good evening. Welcome to Shankaran IA Study Circle. This is Dr. Harinath Reddy. Today in this particular video, I will try to bring before you the important facts relating to energy sector in India and how this is useful. So the facts related to energy sector, they are useful for your upcoming APPSC Group 1 mains exam and again UPSC mains and also the upcoming UPSC prelims exam. Then as on 31st December 2024, the total installed power capacity in this country, it is 4 lakhs 62,000 megawatt or 462 gigawatt. So this is a split into three sectors. One is private sector, central sector, state sector. Private sector accounts for the highest share in the installed power capacity. For example, it accounts for 53.7% of the total installed power capacity. In absolute terms, it is a 247.882 gigawatt or 2,47,882 megawatt. That is the share of the private sector. It is followed by the state sector. All the states together, they have a share of 23.6% in the total installed power capacity. In absolute terms, it is 109 gigawatt or 1,09,007 megawatt. So in the third position, we have the central sector. It accounts for 22.8% of total installed power capacity in this country. In absolute terms, it is 105 gigawatt or 1,05,113 megawatt. So that's the relative shares of private sector, central sector and the state sector. So the total installed power capacity is 4,62,000 megawatt or 462 gigawatt. So this power can be broadly classified into two categories: fossil fuel based, non-fossil fuel based. If you take the share of the fossil fuel based installed power capacity in this country, it accounts for 52.9% in the total installed power capacity. In absolute terms, it is 244 gigawatt or 2,44,377 megawatt. So the share of the fossil fuel based installed power capacity is 52.9%. See, the non-fossil fuel based power capacity in the total installed power capacity is around 47.1%. In absolute terms, 217 gigawatt or 2,17,625 megawatt. See, non-fossil fuel based includes two categories. One is renewable energy, the other one is nuclear energy. So renewable energy and nuclear energy together, it is called non-fossil fuel based. So if you take renewable energy alone, renewable energy sector alone accounts for 45.3% in the total installed power capacity. In the total installed power capacity, the share of the renewable energy sector excluding nuclear energy is 45.3%. In absolute terms, it is 209 gigawatt or 2,09,445 megawatt. So within renewable energy sector, we have wind, solar, small hydro, etc. Even large hydro. So within renewable energy, large hydro, it accounts for 46,968 megawatt. In the total installed power capacity, it accounts for 10.2%. Then if you take wind, we have 48,163 megawatt. In the total installed power capacity, its share is 10.4%. Then if you take solar, it is 97,865 megawatt. In the total installed power capacity, its share is 21.2%. Then if you take small hydro, it is 5,101 megawatt. In the total installed power capacity, its share is 1.1%. Then we have waste to energy 620 megawatt, whose share is 0.1%. Then we have biomass power, which accounts for 10,728 megawatts, 10,728 megawatt with a share of 2.3%. Here it's very important to remember that in the conference of parties, in the 26th conference of the parties, which was held in United Kingdom in Glasgow, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has come up with a Panchamrit, 5 nectars as part of United Nations Framework Convention to Climate Change. India is a signatory to this. So India has kept on itself certain 5 important commitments to be achieved by 2030. One of them is to take the non-fossil fuel based power capacity in this country to 500 gigawatt by 2030. But as of now, we are only 217 gigawatt, 217. The existing non-fossil fuel based power capacity which is installed in this country is 217 gigawatt, but the target is by 2030 we should become 500 gigawatt, which means we need to more than double this. Then in addition to this, in the total installed power capacity, as part of Panchamrit, it is also put as a target that renewable energy shall account for 50% of the total installed power capacity in this country. But by 2024 December 31st itself, we have reached 45.3. We are already having 45.3% of total installed power capacity coming from renewables. But the target is to take it to 50% by 2030. This is eminently possible to be achieved. So these are the important facts about energy sector in India. This data can be made use while writing mains answers in the UPSC mains exam and also in the APPSC Group 1 mains in the science and technology paper. So sometimes this data may also help you in solving some of the questions in the UPSC prelims. Thank you and all the best.